I know I'm not the only one who have gone through that phase where you have compared your family to another family. Sometimes I have felt like I was the only one, but I know that's not the case. I've talked to many other families who have said themselves that they have experienced that, where you'll look at your family and you'll start to set the bar based on what you see other people doing or what you believe other people are doing. And I'm here to tell you that people can show you whatever they want to show you on social media. They can show you whatever they want to show you on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. But the truth be told is that we don't really know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know what's happening internally because we can't see that. So the best thing to do is when you are trying to evaluate how well your family is, it should be based on your own morals and values that you've established and should have been established, quite frankly, even before the children came into play, before the marriage came into play. If it was not, then this is the time for you to sit down and have a serious conversation and say, okay, where is it that we want our family to go? What is it that we desire for our family? What are our morals and values? What will we like to see, and how are we going to get there? Not based on what we see someone else doing, not based on what we believe someone else is doing. There's the saying that says the grass is not always greener on the other side, and that's true. You may desire to be like another family that you've admired, and you may find out that, yeah, outwardly they look great, but inwardly they're hurting, they're in pain, they're discouraged, they're depressed, they're frustrated, they live in fear. All of these type of things that could be occurring that you don't even realize because you're comparing it to something that they're only showing you. People are only going to show you what they want you to see. And anything else they're going to not disclose because they want to put on this facade like everything is wonderful when that's not necessarily the case. So again, our goal should not be to look at other families, but to look at our own families and say, what is it that we desire? If it's that you want your children to get along better, then okay, what can we do to make that happen? If it's you want to get along better with your co-parent, then how can we make that better? If it's the issue with your in-laws, how can we make that better? That's the focus. That's what you have to think about. What is the resolution for the problem? Not looking at someone else's situation and envying that or being jealous or angry or frustrated, because all that will do is discourage you about your own situation. It'll make you feel like that your family is not as of greater value as what you have looked at the other families as. It'll make you feel like your family is not doing well when in fact they may be doing well based on what they are able to do, based on what you're able to do, based on your circumstances. And so those are the things that you have to consider too, is that everyone's circumstance is different, not just in blended families, but intact families as well. We talk a lot about blended families because one, I'm in a blended family. Blended family is my ministry. However, there are intact families who a lot of times will have worse problems than blended families will. And so that's the thing that we need to think about, is that if we want to do better in our family, let's not gauge it based on what someone else is doing. Let's gauge it based on having a conversation with your spouse as to how you're going to handle it. How are you going to fix the problems that are bothering you, that you want more of, that you want to be better? What things are you putting in place to fix that? That should be the focus.